Okay, we're live. Okay,
Okay.
welcome to the ScareTheater podcast, episode 2. As you can see, we have Gabe here.
Hello.
So, sorry, I lost track because it says Jeff above you, and okay.
Yeah.
Oh
So
God, 1 second, there's an ad on the video. Okay, so anyways, so essentially, you're probably used to seeing the other dude here, which was Kenneth, and then the other dude here, which was Tyler. He was in like the first stream. Kenneth isn't here because I don't know why he didn't pick up, and then Tyler's in here because he got his wisdom teeth removed. So yeah, we next time they'll be here though. But
yeah.
the stream's
I
only going to
mean,
be lasting 1 hour, and I told you guys to send me some topics to scaretheaterlive@gmail.com that we should talk about in the live stream. If you have any topics for us to talk about now during the stream right now, you can still send us emails. And yeah, so the first topic someone sent me was this is from Sabrina White. She said, "Hi guys, I'm a big fan of Scare Theater. Love it. Anyways, maybe you guys can talk. Maybe you guys can talk if you have any stories about your guys' encounter with paranormal. It can be ghosts, cryptids, or anything, as long as it deals with the paranormal. Thank you, Sabrina." Okay.
okay.
I might have to think about this. Do you have any like paranormal stories or anything paranormal that's happened to you? I know we kind of went into this a little bit in the first stream, but is there anything that
Yeah.
immediately comes to mind?
Um, Outside of just weird dreams, not really.
So I'm trying to think of something that happened to me then.
Also, guys, disclaimer. Not disclaimer, but more of like an announcement. Kenneth may or may not be popping in sometime because, like, he's not answering, so he might just decide to pop in later on. So
All right, that'd be interesting. We could always use more people.
yeah.
So one thing paranormal that's happened to me. Dang, I want to say something paranormal happened. It's weird. Out of all the paranormal stuff I'm into and everything, I can't say a legitimate paranormal experience has ever happened. The closest thing, and maybe this could fit into the category of cryptids, even though I don't know. The closest thing I've ever like paranormal that's ever happened to me was that this happened to me literally years ago, and it was during the night. So obviously, I maybe my story isn't too reliable since I couldn't see clearly since it was night. But I was in Maryland because that's where my cousin lived, and I was visiting my cousin. So me and him, he's only like I think 2 years younger than I am. So we were outside walking around, and we were at like the end of the neighborhood, and we saw this thing, like just a silhouette of what I can only describe as a Teletubby. I know it sounds weird, but it had like the little thing that they have on their head in like a triangle type shape. And it's kind of just like walking around, like bouncing around, kind of. And it made this really weird noise. I can't even mimic it. It made this weird noise for like a second, and then it kind of disappeared into the shadows. So we see this, we're like, oh, my phone just rang. Anyway, so we see this, and we're kind of like, we didn't run or anything. We just kind of turned around and walked home, and that was pretty much the end of it. I think that's once again though it was at night, so maybe the sound we heard was like an owl, and the silhouette that could have literally been like a shadow or anything. I don't really know, but that's the closest I can really tell you. So yeah. Okay, so that's that. The next topic. This came from Jason. He says, for your next live stream, would you be willing to discuss deja vu? I've read some theories about how it is basically a lag in relaying gathered information from one side of the brain to the other, giving you that familiarity sensation, but was curious to what your thoughts on it are. I know it's not really scary, but it is interesting. Thanks.
Yeah, it
And then he
is.
also are your live streams every Friday, 8 to 9? Yeah, they're usually every Friday from 8 to 9.
Well,
I
every
also
other
forgot to
Friday.
address. Yeah, every other Friday. Yeah. The reason why this one started at 10 is because I was at a football game, which I didn't anticipate happening. But everything's yeah. Anyways, it's gonna be from 8 to 9 usually. So yeah, deja vu. In case anyone doesn't know, I don't know. I feel like I should just explain this stuff in case there's that one guy out there who doesn't know what it is. It's when something happens and then you feel like it's happened before. Like you're like, oh, I've seen all this stuff happening before, even though it's the first time it ever happened. Kind of. That's the best way I can describe it. Okay, first, has there any? Well, okay, I don't know how to word this question. Has anything like weird with deja vu happened with you? And I know that it can't get too weird because deja vu, like, it's a normal experience. It's not weird, but like, has anything beyond the ordinary happened in regards to that with you?
I mean, I just get it like really often. Like it seems like every other day something happens, and it can be
Yeah.
like of no significance at all, and I can just remember, oh, this happened, but I don't know where it happened. And in some weird cases, it feels like it's actually like kind of deja vu and kind of not, because this actually happened to me, I think, this morning in school. Um, I was in art class, which I actually haven't had art class in a while, but and so I was talking to my person that sits across from me at the table, and all of a sudden he said something that sounded very, very familiar, but it wasn't like in the deja vu kind of sense. It was like it actually felt like it legit happened like a minute ago or something. And I'm wondering, is he repeating it? He just doesn't know, or did it happen before? And so I asked him, and he kind of seems to not understand what I'm trying to say, and it was pretty weird, but that's I guess
Yeah.
the most out of the normal thing that I've had
I've
with me.
I had something similar happen. I don't think you'd call it deja vu or whatever, but like when I'm kind of sitting somewhere, right? And then I swear to God, something happens, but it never happened. Like it feels so vivid, like this actually happened. Like for example, like I stood up and did something, and then like I kind of come back, and it never really happened. Like I guess like I was daydreaming, but it was like extremely vivid. I don't know. I mean, that's just something that happens. And then there are other times when like I feel like my sense of reality just isn't with it. Like this is harder to describe, but sometimes just everything feels so surreal that like it just feels like what's gonna happen next isn't real. Like okay, so one day my dad came into my room, right? And I don't know what it was about the specific night. But he came in and then he shut the door behind him and he's walking towards me to tell me something. And then all of a sudden I start flipping out. I don't like flip out like visibly, but in my head I'm panicking and I'm actually a little scared. I'm like, it didn't feel real to me and it felt like it was a dream or something. I'm like, oh, is he gonna like murder me? Is he gonna I don't know. I just like all this weird stuff, even though nothing was there to indicate that. It was just I don't know. I felt like I was in some type of different real. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. But
Yeah, the only thing that's happened to me that was kind of like that was when I was like sick this one time. It was actually the worst sickness I've ever gotten. It was like a kind of a stomach flu that lasted for like 2 weeks straight. And so the second day of it, I like woke up and like the whole day it felt like it was one of those cheesy dream sequences, one of those like high budget blockbuster films you see nowadays, where it's like all kind of like ultra HD kind of blurry everything, and I didn't seem like myself, but like I weighed like a feather pound, and it just felt weird. So
yeah, I know what you mean. Like I read like some theories about deja vu. I'm not sure where I heard this specific theory. I think my sister told me once or something like that. But how like some people they'll say when you experience deja vu, it's because like and then this would apply to if you believe in reincarnation, then it's because like in one of your past lives that happened and like now you're remembering it now. That's one of the theories that someone brought up. And then I heard another person say something that when you experience deja vu, it was they said it tied in somehow with like alternate realities and stuff, and that if you experience deja vu and then it's because you were from like a parallel universe and like either in the other universe, I forget what they said exactly, but either in the other universe that was also happening or in a different universe that already happened to you before and now it's happening again, something like that. I don't know, I hear a lot of
with
crazy stuff.
the first one was kind of weird because I don't really understand how that would be plausible, because you said that like um your past life, the thing happened, but in my case, deja vu was like I picture the exact same thing, like if the setting, person, if it involves somebody else,
Well, yeah,
emotion.
true.
So I mean, I don't know how that would be, in the past, like could become like completely different circumstances under which it's happening.
Yeah, like the people would look different. Like, yeah, I can understand how a similar situation might happen, but there's no way, like, at all, a
Everything
situation
would
could
match
replicate
up.
exactly what happened. Like, let's say, 20,000 years ago, you can have a situation happen to you where you're, looking at a computer screen because obviously computers didn't exist. So, yeah, that's
Yeah,
one flaw with that.
unless Illuminati.
Yeah, unless Illuminati, that's always the
Yeah.
best possible solution. Um, all right, I guess we'll move on to the next topic. I ran out of stuff to say. This one is actually pretty simple. It's from Jacob Shove. He says, Xbox or PS3? Oh gosh, this is a good one.
Oh,
I can already
geez.
see the people commenting getting angry. uh, okay.
Yeah, okay. This could either go one way or another. You're gonna say Xbox, I'm gonna say PlayStation, and we're gonna have like an a lot potential debate, or like we're
Well,
just gonna agree to the end of it.
I'm biased towards Xbox. I'll say that. Okay, here's why I like Xbox more. First of all, I had an Xbox 360 first, and I never had like a PS3 or anything like that. And I guess since Xbox was like my first online console, I just stuck with it. And plus, like almost everyone I know has an Xbox, so I feel like in order to play with them, then I need to have an Xbox. And if I have a PS3, I can't. And then I don't know if these are like stereotypes because I can't really tell you what a PS3 or a PS4 is like because I never had one. But some people will tell me that on a PS3 and PS4, like not as many people use their headsets. But then I also hear some people say on the Xbox, there's more little kids and immature people on the Xbox. So now I don't even know.
I mean, yeah, I'm a bit more towards PlayStation. I mean, I don't get me wrong. Well, the only reason I'm kind of leaning towards PS is because the first console I had was a PlayStation 2 that I got for my 7th birthday a while ago. And I have some fond memories of that. The first game I ever got was like a Ben 10 game. It was really crappy, but I still remember it pretty well. And then after that, I got an Xbox 360 rather than a PS3. I heard that the PS3 has like PlayStation Plus for like free, so that's kind of an upside. But I still got an Xbox 360. I liked it a lot, but the only reason I got a PS4 over an Xbox One, which is like, I got, I had the choice between PS4 and Xbox One for Black Friday, 2014, and I was literally sitting in Best Buy for like the last 2 hours of Black Friday, just staring at those two consoles, just comparing down to like the slightest features just to see what was better. So I finally decided on PS4 because my friends have PS4s, and I have the fondest memories of PlayStation 2 and Xbox 360. Mine kind of broke because I got the not the red ring of death or whatever it's called, but like my thing like overheated one day because it's like I had the black one, like the more modified version rather than like the old white one, and so it's supposed to like automatically turn off after like an hour and a half not being used. But I left it on for like the whole night. Then it like overheated, so it like broke all my games. So I'm still kind of pissed off because of that.
Yeah.
So
My cousin used to do that, like, because okay, so he would pretty much never go to sleep. Like even during the school week and everything, he would pretty much stay up till like 3, and obviously have to wake up at like 6 because he's on the Xbox all the time. But the thing is, he never turned it off. Like when he'd go to sleep, he would keep his Xbox on all night, and it was just pretty much on 24/7. And I asked him why, and he said, "Okay, it takes too long to turn on." I'm like, "Wait, what? Like how like impatient do you have to be to not have to wait till the Xbox turns on?" But anyways,
yeah,
eventually he did pay the price, and the Xbox broke. Like it would just overheat and within 5 or 10 minutes of it being on. So I'm not sure how his Xbox is doing anymore, but my Xbox 360 broke too. I'm not
hmm
sure what happened exactly.
like mine's still
Whenever I put
usable, it just deleted all my data.
mine's well, I guess mine's technically usable. It depends what you classify as usable. I guess you can still play like downloadable games, but it doesn't read any discs anymore. So I have no idea what's up with that. Um,
Yeah,
Yeah, I've had a lot of issues with the Xbox. I'll be honest, even with the Xbox One, there have just been some issues with it that are just really unnecessary. Like I remember with the Xbox One, I had the Xbox One controller, right? And
yeah.
when I had to plug it in with like one of these with whatever the name of the cord is that plugs in from the controller to the Xbox. And I guess while updating the controller, I accidentally unplugged it. And because of that, the controller broke for some reason. If you unplug it while it updates, then the controller is no longer usable ever, or so I was told, because it wasn't turning back on. So I called Microsoft or whatever, and I told them that I was updating the controller, I accidentally unplugged it, and now it's not turning back on. So they said, "Oh, it's broken. You have to buy a new one now." And I'm like, "Okay, this is ridiculous." But anyways, they hung up, and I'm looking into this a little bit more, and someone tells me that if you just plug it back in with a different cable, and I did. I got a new cable and plugged it back into the Xbox, and it starts working again. And it did. So I don't know why they told me I had to buy an entirely new controller for, I don't know how expensive they are, but they're not cheap, when I could have obviously just fixed it the way I did really effortlessly. I don't understand why they did that. But that's pretty
Savage.
ridiculous. Exactly. Wait, what was the first game you remember playing? Like on, I know you mentioned Ben 10 for the PlayStation 2 or
Yeah,
something. I think I had a game like that.
I have it
I
right
don't know
next
how
to
many
me.
Ben 10 games they made. Oh yeah, show me the case because I can tell you if it looks like the one that I had. I wonder if I have the case for mine here too. I probably don't.
This was the first game that I ever got.
Yeah, yes, that was I used to play that one, that exact one.
Yeah, then
I
I also
loved
got
that game.
the. This was like the second one that came out. Then I got like the first one. That was actually a bit better, but this was still really good. Yeah, this one like there's one moment where like what's his name, Kevin, I think, like turned into this one like alien morph thing, and it like creeped me the hell out when I was a kid, and it was actually kind of spooky at times, but it was good.
Have you ever played Destroy All Humans?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Which
remember I would play that game with my friends all the time. Like we would just
one was that? Which
like
game was
sit there,
that?
like on which what?
Like what game was that? Like again, it was just called this for all
This
humans.
Yeah, just Destroy All Humans.
Oh,
And
it
we would
wasn't
just
like a
play.
Ben 10 or anything.
No, no, it wasn't Ben 10. It was
Oh,
just
okay. Then I haven't played it. Here's
oh no,
a Ben
yeah,
10
no, it
game
was
under
an
the
entirely
same
different
name.
game. We
So
would just play on split screen, and essentially you were an alien, and you had like this gun, and you could do telekinesis on it and everything, and you could
oh
just
yeah, I did play that. Yeah.
yeah, you just murdered the humans. And me and my friend would play this on like split screen all the time, and just mess with people. It was the most fun thing ever. And then I think the first game I played on it was on the PlayStation 1. The first console game I played, it was Spyro, and I had a lot of fun with that game too. That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
But that's about as early as I go. All right, moving on. Crap. Wait, where was I? Okay, no, that was the guy that said. Okay, here we go. This is the question that I feel like I'm not going to be able to answer very well, or if I do, people are going to hate me. This question is from. Wait, some of you guys are emailing me at ScareTheater@gmail.com. Don't do no. Email me at ScareTheaterLive@gmail.com for the streams, in case you guys are knowing, because I'm getting a lot of emails on the other one. Yeah, ScareTheater Live. Okay. So this one is from Andrew Brankett. He says, I know this is unrelated to creepy stuff, but perhaps you could touch on this subject. In your opinion, who do any of you support for our next president of the United States?
Oh
There's
my
many Tea
God.
Party candidates and not many Democratic candidates. Just want your opinion for our next president. Thanks.
There's a
Andres
there's,
SV
there's,
Brankett.
there's a debate going on in the background right now. So
There is. Okay, well, here's the thing. I would comment on this. I would, but I'm gonna admit right now, I know nothing about politics or government or anything like
same.
that. So I
Yeah.
could say some stuff, but then you would all think I was really, really stupid.
Like
So let me put it this
all my
way.
knowledge comes from watching the stuff that my mom watches, which is like just rambling on about what's going on with Donald Trump and stuff.
Well, let me put it this way. I fully support Donald Trump. Okay, no, I don't.
Okay,
I just
good.
I just want to piss off as many people as I can. So they're gonna pause the video right there, not even listen to the rest of what I just said, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, you piece of shit." I don't support Donald Trump. I hardly know anything about him. I didn't even know what he looked like until literally a month ago. No lie. And he was one thing I gotta say about the one debate that I saw, the beginning of a single debate that I saw where Donald Trump was in it. He was really charismatic. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I know his policies aren't good and everything, but he has a charismatic personality. He gives off a good first impression, and he's funny, which is probably why a lot of people like him.
He
He's a
should
piece
be
of
a
shit though.
comedian, not a presidential candidate, dude.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my God.
yeah. True. He should be a comedian or something. Well, he's a business owner, and I can see why.
Yeah, he's
Um,
funny and he's smart, but he's not. Oh my God,
yeah.
I call this one girl at my school an illegal immigrant, and it's hilarious.
No, but that's what we did at my school. We had this project for broadcasting where I forget. Oh yeah, it was because we have this Spirit Week thing at our school where like each day of the week we have to like do something, and on one day of the week we had to dress up as our heroes or whatever. And it was funny. One day dressed up as Donald Trump, and we had to like find some creative way to record stuff for the broadcasting class. So we had him behind one of the doors, like kind of like blocking off an entrance to the immigrants coming into the
Oh my
school.
God.
That was great. That was
That's
great.
genius. But like, if I had to answer, the only problem is I don't know who's good. All I know is who's terrible. That's all I know. So I can like,
Yeah.
if somebody asked who do you not want for president, I could easily answer that. I just cross off a few names, but I can't say who I want for president. So
Well,
yeah,
here's one thing that I know. I don't know, like I said, I don't know a lot about politics or the government or America's issues and all that kind of stuff. But here's one thing that I do know, and only because, it affects a lot of us. And I didn't actually understand how big of an issue this was until recently. How, obviously a lot of people who go to college, not everyone, but a lot of people, they go into like massive debt, obviously. Now, I
yeah,
didn't know that, college education was really only that expensive in the US. And pretty much almost I don't know about every other, but almost every other country, college education is extremely affordable. So I don't know why in the U.S. it's unbelievably expensive. I don't really get that. Like I thought, you know what? I want to move to like Canada or the UK and become like a citizen there, and then go to college there, and then move back. But apparently, it doesn't work like that. You can't just become a citizen, in a year or two. I guess it's, it's a process that takes more time. But
Yeah.
in order to avoid being hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, one thing I thought was that, okay, so apparently if you join the military, then once you leave, they pay for all of it. They pay for college for you. And the thing is,
Mm.
most people who go into the military, they don't even like go into combat or anything. So they don't have to worry about dying or anything. So I figure, and I think the minimum you can serve is 2 years, right? And then for the
Mm.
next 6 years, they can call you back if they want to. So 8 years in all. So I figured, why not just join the military for 2 years, leave, and then have them pay for the college for me? I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
what if like in the middle of like your training you just get called for like ISIS starts invading America just out of nowhere, just battleships come through like
Shit.
like ocean. Then
I
you
would say,
get
of
called out to
course.
like the Marine, the side of the
I'd be like,
battle.
of course, the one time for the 2 years that I'm in, it happens. I'd be like,
Just the
just
last
my,
day of your just the last day of your training.
just my luck.
All right, next topic because I
This
want
one is
to talk
from.
about
I'm trying to
presidents.
see. I'm trying to see who sent this. It doesn't have their name for some reason, or no, I think their name is just dot dot.
Dot
Okay,
dot.
anyways, dot dot. He says, "Hey man, love your videos. Here are some things to do if you'd like to talk about." Um, he says, "Tell us about your scariest moment."
Like ever.
Yeah, ever. The scariest things ever. You go first. Scariest thing.
Um.
Oh, also check out the t-shirts, guys. Okay.
Oh,
Scariest thing or
nice.
well, sweatshirt, but yeah. Okay, scariest
Um.
moment.
Hmm. This is
Let me
gonna require a lot of thinking.
Okay, let me go first then. I kind of mentioned this one in one of my videos. How oh no, dang. Okay. Here's one that I haven't mentioned in a video before. Because I figure if I mention
We
it,
can just
it's
move on to
pretty.
a different topic and then just come back when we think of something.
Yeah. Well, okay. I figure if I mention a scary thing that I mentioned in another video, then
No,
that
like
might not
in
be
the
something
next
because I heard
topic,
it
we can
before.
just like move on to the next topic, then come back to this topic.
Well, no, I have a good.
Started.
Well, yeah. Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Because I don't think any of us have any good stories, to be completely honest. Okay, so the next thing they said was your most embarrassing moment. This is what I was excited for. When I read this question, I was sitting here like, I can't wait because I want to hear your cringeworthy moments. Do you have any? Oh my
Okay.
god.
There are probably a lot, but one that comes to mind first. It is not cringy because it's like the first thing comes off the top of my head, but it was like when I was in second grade. Like I'm still a horrible listener. Like somebody says, freaking the war's gonna start on Friday. I'm just gonna start like running around with battle tactic gear in like Tuesday. So basically, there was like a pajama day thing in like second grade for me. And this isn't embarrassing at all, by today's standards. But I came in like wearing my pajamas to school, and it was like a Monday, and like the worst thing is, I think I started crying, and then like like everybody, I don't even remember, but it was just like coming to school with pajamas on, and like I forgot my folder too at home, and so it was like the worst day ever for me when I was in second grade. But
Hmm.
I don't know, it isn't very cringy, but I'm just trying to think of something better
Keep
right
in
now.
mind, I am the king of cringe. Like honestly, I have some cringeworthy stories that are so cringeworthy, I'm not gonna share them. Like on my other channel, ECW Gaming, the majority stuff I used to share there were like extremely heavily embarrassing stories. So the ones that I am not willing to share, are terrible because like do you ever have that moment when you're sitting there, right? And then
Yeah.
you think back, you have like a flashback of a really cringeworthy moment. And then for the next 10 minutes, you're like, you just want to get it out of your head.
Yeah.
That happens to me so often, and I hate it. I wish I could extract memories from my head so I wouldn't so I wouldn't have to cringe like that
I
anymore.
have something
But
like
then
that where
again,
like I'm about to do something, and I'm like, it's like a risky thing that I want to do, and I'm like leaning towards doing it, but then I remember like the cringy outcome that could happen. I'm just like,
yeah, exactly.
No.
I mean, well, that's maybe one of the things why I wouldn't want to get rid of the memory of the cringeworthy moments, because maybe if I didn't have the memories there, then I would just repeat it, right? Because at
Yeah.
least now that I know not to do whatever I did again, because
Mhm.
I know what the outcome's going to be. But if that's out of my head, then I'm not going to understand the consequences, and I might just repeat it. But okay, most embarrassing moment. This one isn't the most embarrassing moment. This is maybe but the most embarrassing moment I'm willing to share, though. So this
Yeah.
happened. Wait, okay. Let me think back to when this happened. Was it ninth grade? Wait, give me 2 seconds. Yeah, it was. Wait, no, it was. It was eighth grade. It was eighth grade. I know that for a fact. Okay, so 11, 10, 9, 8. So okay, it was 3 years ago. Wait, yeah, okay, 3 years ago. Okay, so I was in eighth grade, right?
Mhm.
And so the way things worked, because I was like 1 year before high school started. So the way things work, we couldn't like choose our minors. We just kind of had to do for the first quarter. Okay, the four minors were, like technology, education, arts, FCS, like family consumer science, cooking and stuff. And then the fourth one was music, right?
I take the cooking class right now currently, so
Do you like it?
it's pretty good. I mean, like I like cooking now because it's like resourceful. Like, what? Carry
I
on.
thought I was good at cooking, but apparently I'm not. I learned that just anyways. Okay, moving back on track of the story. So so I forget what I had the first 3 quarters of the year, but it was the final quarter of the year, and I had art. Now I've always hated art class. I've hated it, and because of this moment, I hate it even more. Like it is not even redeemable at this point. So everything at first in art class went pretty well, except one thing that happened. Sorry, I keep seeing weird stuff. Okay, so I don't know what day it was. It might have been a Friday, even. Maybe no, it was not a Friday, because I remember the next day being too scared to go to school. So okay, it was an art class, and art class was seventh period, last period of the day. So we're sitting there doing our art project, and then he's like kind of like explaining what we're supposed to do next. So everyone's quiet. The room is dead silence, and the only sound is him explaining the project. So I'm about to fart right now. I'm about to fart, and I'm like oh no, and I'm like holding it, and I'm like, and then it goes away. I'm like, oh thank God, it didn't happen. So then now I'm caught off guard, and I'm just relaxing, and then all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, it's like a bomb. Like I know it's coming, but I know it's too late. So it's like,
Dude.
and it was not. It was loud, and once it
Dude.
started, I couldn't stop it. I was trying so hard to hold it, and I was like, no, stop, and I was like, so like it's like this, like that, and then I'm trying to hold it in as it's coming,
Dude,
and I'm like actually leaping.
your personality does not match what you're saying right now at all. Just the way you're delivering this memory right now is outstanding.
So
Like you're not even trying to make fun of it. You're just like, and the shit came out like this.
so, so, so like so I kind of like jump out of my seat for like trying to like stop the fart, and then after the fart finally stops, I'm freaking out. I'm literally losing it. I take my head, I kind of go like slam it down on the table, and I don't even like, I'm just flipping out to the point I don't know what to do, and the people next to me are looking at me like that, and then me thinking I'm a genius, I'm like, you know what? Let me act natural. But of course, I decided to act natural, 10 minutes, or not 10 minutes. I decided to act natural after I completely flipped out. So everyone already knows it's me. I was just trying to rationalize it, hoping it would help me out. So I open up my art folder, I take out a piece of paper that has a drawing on it, and I just look at it. I admire the paper. I did like nothing happened. And I don't dare to look at the classroom because I don't want to see anyone else's facial expressions right now. So the teacher kind of paused too, and you can tell he's trying not to laugh. And what happens is at one point I'm like, no one's really doing anything. The teacher's just kind of going on explaining the project. And then a couple minutes later, one girl at the end of the classroom, she goes like she starts busting out laughing. So here I am sitting here like, oh my God, I hope that it's not what I think. She's not laughing at what I think she's laughing at. And then the teacher the teacher thought that the dude next to her told her a joke. So he asked her, he said, what, did that dude just tell you a joke or something? She's like, no, it's not that. And I'm like, oh no, she's laughing at the fart. It's the fart. So then after he explained the project and everyone had to get it to go get like the pencils and everything like that, as I was walking to get the pencils, I heard some people saying, oh my God, did you see his face? He looked so embarrassed. And I'm like, and then one person was like, oh, I didn't even know what the sound was at first. And then I looked over, and then I'm sitting here like, wow. I was really embarrassed. So what I did was I didn't want to like face anything. So do you know what the light boards are, where you can like put the paper on the light board and you can like
Yeah,
trace underneath?
yeah,
So I took my paper, I went over to the light board, and I just was just tracing pretty much nothing the rest of the room because I didn't want to look. And then one person called me and said, hey Eric," and I'm like, yeah, I didn't want to go. I knew what they were going to confront me about. And then I went home. I told one of my friends about it. And the next day, while we were going to school, I was scared of the guys, and I want to go back to art class. And then before going to art class, I ran to one of my friends and like, guys, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. But the next day, no one really mentioned it. And then it kind of went away. Like it never really happened. But
yeah.
that was an extremely embarrassing moment for me.
Oh my god, dude, that was glorious.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought of two. They're like two into one. Okay, so I had one, but it went away. But so here's two that I currently remember. They're both fifth grade. Um, yeah. So there was one. This is like a minor thing though. Like at first, I thought this would be like a positive outcome because I thought it was like a good fit. At the end of fifth
Mhm.
grade, I thought I was like a great dancer. Okay, and I was like convinced. Like, all my heart and soul was in like, and it wasn't like regular dancing. It was like dubstep dancing, but it wasn't even like the kind you see where people are like levitating off the ground or something. I was literally just like flapping my hands around like this, and then so like this actually had a positive outcome for like the rest of like the last day of fifth grade and then like the last like next summer, and but it was only in the beginning of sixth grade that I realized how horrible that event was because I signed up for my end of the school talent show and I was doing the little hoppy arm thing and that was just kind of a cringeworthy moment looking back on it. But the really cringy moment that I just thought of was also in fifth grade, I think, or sixth. No, it was sixth grade. It was early sixth grade. Um, and okay, so I'm the kind of guy who, like, if you ask me, hey, do you have a crush on anybody? I'd be like, on my list. And so I like pull out a list of like 25 names.
Wait,
And
for
then
real?
not really, but yeah, like I like some people say I don't have any crushes. I'm like, boy. And then I have like at least like five crushes like every quarter. It's weird. But and especially back then. But I was a weird kid. But anyways, so I had finally keep in mind this was sixth grade, so it was like we acted as if like everything, relationship wise, kind of had a meaning for us because in fifth grade and sixth grade, dating is like not existent. We just say that we're doing that when we're like acting like we're growing up or something. If you get what I mean, I'm just like trying to find words to fit this story right now. But so I was sitting with my two of my crushes, and so the whole day I've been feeling kind of like I had a heartburn in my throat and everything, and then I'm drinking this like weird skim milk, okay, and then apparently they had served that day at lunch like this really weird like 2-month-old expired skim milk, and so I'm drinking this skim milk. I already have like a heartburn in my throat and my inner stomach ache, and then so the girls are laughing and everything. I'm talking with them perfectly fine, and then just out of nowhere, I hadn't eaten anything for breakfast that day or anything. Just it comes up, okay? Everything just comes
Oh,
up into the middle of the table. And it's like all just this like the pink skim milk. It was just all pink followed by like a layer of like green, then yellow. So I hadn't eaten anything at all that day, and then it just keeps going. I'm like a freaking colorless rainbow puking its guts out. And then oh my god, that was like, ugh. Then I went to the nurses and I did it again over there, and again at home, and it was horrible. But yeah,
that happened. Well, something similar happened, except I made someone throw up. It's not really throwing up, but it's close. So this happened in elementary school. I maybe let's just say it was in second grade. I don't really know when it was, but I was at lunch sitting next to this one girl, and I forget what she was doing, like something with her cheeks, like this, right? But she
yeah,
never had anything in her cheeks, right? So like she wouldn't answer me. She would say, "Oh, I can't answer you. My mouth is full," but her mouth is never full. So one time, I'm not looking over. I'm not really looking her in the eye or anything right now. I'm just kind of talking to her, and she's doing it again, like. Oh, 1 second. Yeah. Hi.
Law-abiding citizen.
What about it?
You have a movie in here?
My dad.
I just saw it somewhere.
Hey, wait, before you say something embarrassing, I'm gonna mute the microphone.
Okay.
Okay, no, I'll keep it unmuted.
Yeah.
But keep in mind that I'm live streaming right now.
That's fine.
Okay.
No, where would you?
Law-abiding citizen. Is that where the guy got castrated?
Yes, that's the one.
See? I don't.
Alexa wants to know how to do it, so we're trying to figure out how to do it.
Okay, I don't know where. I don't know where it is.
Crap.
Yeah, I don't think it's in here.
Where would you?
I wouldn't have that. I would not have that movie here.
I know where it'd be. Okay, not there, but over here.
Oh gosh.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Okay. We don't have,
I just saw it.
okay. All right. Okay.
Also, people, I don't drink skim milk. It was just that skim milk was the best option in 6th grade. But yeah, I usually drink whole milk. But yeah.
All right, fine. Fine.
Wait.
Okay.
I swear, I just saw it.
I wish that there was a way to like put jump cuts in here, but I don't see how that could work live. I'm not talking to you. I mean, that's no disrespect or anything. Okay. Okay, but back to my story. Where was I?
The girl with the mouth thing.
Oh, that's right. So she was doing. So I looked away. I looked back, and like as I'm talking to her, and she like is doing the thing like this again. Like she can't answer me because her mouth is full. And of course I know it's not full. So I'm like, oh my god. So I had enough of it. So I poke her cheek, right? So it does this. But instead of air coming out, a bunch of milk and cereal all over her tray. I'm like, I was like, so she got pissed off and got a teacher to come over, and the teacher was like, oh my god, go sit over there by yourself. And I felt pretty bad. I'm like, wow.
Horrible. Just imagining just.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything.
I want to believe it's her fault, but I don't know.
It's so innocent. Just an innocent little notion. Just. It's like saying you like touch somebody, then their like heart flies out of their mouth.
I touched them and they orgasmed. I don't know. But,
No. Hey man, touch. Just like their internal cord just fly out and like they suddenly just like reverse, like your out external skin just goes internal, and then it's like I don't even know. This is a horror channel, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a horror channel. It's not a horror channel without the gore, right?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of horror, back to the question. Tell us about your scariest moment. I thought of one.
Yeah.
So,
same.
I never mentioned this on my channel before, so that's good. So this happened a few years ago. I have a loft. You can see the ladder up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on top of the loft and I'm sleeping one night, and I have my phone out, right? And then I kind of so the phone light, like I saw something from the phone light dangling from the ceiling, and keep in mind I'm not very far from the ceiling because I'm really up high. So then I use the light to shine on what that is. And it is a spider on the ceiling dangling from a web coming down closer to me. So I lose my shit. I'm like trying to like clap it, kind of like trying to like kill it. And then I totally lost my shit. I kind of like rolled out of the not rolled out of the bed or anything. I kind of like rolled toward the ladder and came down the ladder. And I made so much noise that my dad came into my room. He's whoa, what's going on? What's going on? And I'm like, there's a spider up there. And then he's like, and then I'm like, I'm not going back up there until it's dead. So he's up there looking for the spider. He can't find it. And when he leaves eventually, and I'm sitting here just staring at the loft, like, do I want to go up there? Do I want to risk it? And eventually I did. And eventually I forgot about the spider. And eventually I fell asleep. But that was a pretty scary moment for me. That was terrifying.
Wow. I had a really good one, but I forgot what it was. So,
of course, you had the suspense. You had our hopes up, and then you forgot, of course.
Yeah, I forget a lot of things. I have like freaking amnesia. And so I'm just gonna substitute it with like a completely out of nowhere scary thing that happened to me. This was actually, I don't even know how I remember this, but it was like 2nd grade again, and most of the things that happened to me like are younger memories. Like I'm boring now, but anyways, there was this. I live in like the Cleveland area of Ohio, and basically there's always fairly good weather. There's no tornadoes or hurricanes or anything. Every once in a while the power goes out. That's like every once in 2 months. The weather is usually either really sunny, windy, cold or rainy, just the basics. No tornadoes or hurricanes or anything. I don't live close to Lake Erie or anything, so it's like the first major tornado thing I've experienced in my life as a kid. Probably the only thing actually in my whole life that I've experienced like this. But it starts off as a nice normal day. I'm going to this one park near my house to get some stuff for my science class experiment, which was like create your own little biome area of like a desert, a tundra, rainforest or anything. I chose a rainforest. I'm looking for like grass and little twigs and stuff. And so I see these like really odd colored clouds rolling in, something out of like an apocalypse movie, like the Prelude. And it was like bluish, dead silver looking clouds. And then along with the clouds comes this one like eerie ambiance kind of sound of like kind of like wind come out of like a plane flying. And it was really odd. And so I'm like, Mom, can we go back? And then we do. And so the power goes out when we get back into the house. The windows start to rattle a little bit. It's getting windy. And then everyone died. Just kidding, no. But what happened after that? Power goes out again and again and again. And eventually there's tornado warnings all across TVs, phones, everything in the house, just blaring with like the Amber Alert sound. And then eventually it gets to the point where like the freaking news broadcast said to literally almost barricade like all the windows and doors. And so I'm here as a second grader freaking the hell out because I'm thinking that I die. And so we get into the garage, into the closed car, and get like a blanket and get ready to like sleep there for the rest of the night. And then everything kind of calms down. We go outside, and like the side of the house is completely wrecked. And like this tree that was like it's been there for like 10 years, I think. It was huge, and it was there when I went to the park to get some like little things for my experiment. And the tree completely just split in half, and it was like it seemed like a near-death experience. Like if I were to stay outside for like 10 extra minutes, I would have probably like died. And so it was like it wasn't scary until I realized what could have happened.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just my scary moment.
All right, and then the last question by the same dude. His name was ... Oh, hang on. At the bottom it says his name. It says thanks and have a great day. Oh, and then he leaves a Skype, which I'm not gonna say publicly because I don't. Okay, anyways, okay. His final question was, "What are your lifelong dreams?" We're going with that kind of conversation now. One of those deep conversations.
That's deep, man.
Okay, my lifelong dreams. I don't know. That's a pretty deep question. I don't have any lifelong dreams, or if I do, it'd take me too long to think about that kind of stuff. So, do you have any lifelong dreams?
Lifelong dreams. I mean, I've always wanted to like, I always kind of wanted to be a director / actor or anything really in the film industry. Because obviously I have. For those of you who haven't seen the first stream, you probably don't know who I am, but yeah, the name's not Jeff. I'm actually Gabe. I run a thing called Silverblade Productions, and basically I make short films and movies and such, mostly horror genre based, for now at least. And I want to be either a director, an actor, editor, script writer, not a book writer. That's too much work. And yeah, that's really it. So yours?
Okay, if I had to think of a lifelong dream, I don't know. Like career-wise, I'm always so jumpy on that, and I don't really know. But one thing I think would be so cool is that what I want to do is just I know I need a lot of money in order to do this, but I want to travel the world. I want to like go to Europe. I want to go to Africa. I want to go to the beautiful places and the ugly places. I want to see it all, right? And I don't know, just to be able to travel and like see all that kind of stuff firsthand. I don't know, that'd be kind of cool because I don't think a lot of people see all that. So
honestly, cool. my lifelong dream, like what I want to do before like my life completely just before I die, I want to like stand in a room, like a wall lined with like my movies that I've made, And then like I don't even care if it's like Shyamalan quality, but like just seeing movies and such that I've created from like age 9 to like present day, that'd be really cool. And just
that would also that'd be really
standing
cool.
in front of a wall, just looking at my accomplishments. That'd be really self-gloating kind of, but it'd be cool.
But it'd be awesome though. It'd be
Yeah.
Wait, where's I'm trying to look at okay, here's an interesting one. I'm not sure if I should oh wait, 1 second. Okay, well, so the question here, this one is from Danny Gomez. He says, "What made you start? What made you get started on making YouTube videos?" So we can both answer that one. Okay.
Oh hey, my
Okay,
friend
who wants
Slender
to go
OX
first?
is watching. Hey, you do animations for me. Hi.
Slender OX. Oh,
Yeah, he's in the
Wait,
chat
that
right
one-
now. Yeah,
I see. Wait,
he did
I see
animate.
him.
Yeah, he did animations for my first 5 nights, which got me like all my subscribers and stuff. And now he's like doing stuff for my third movie. So thanks, man. You're awesome. Shameless advertising, but yeah.
So which one of us will go first with the
For
question?
what was it again?
What made you get started on making YouTube
Oh.
videos?
Yeah, I have a pretty mediocre but also kind of long story, so I guess you can go first.
Okay. So I have a moral to the story too, so that'd be cool. Anyways, so okay, I think my first YouTube channel I made a really long time ago. Well, okay, I really wish I were better at telling stories, but okay, I can't tell you my first YouTube channel, but one of the earliest ones I remember, I must have been like 10, maybe younger than 10, and it's made really, really stupid stuff. I made like dumb stuff, like I don't know if I tried to make short films or whatever I tried to do, but I remember on another one after that, it was called 17 Byron Pup 1. I'm gonna literally type it in the chat right now because you might actually legitimately be able to find this. Yeah, I think it's actually still up somewhere, so you can see some of the other cringeworthy stuff I did. Hang on, 17 Byron Pup 1, and the reason for that was 17. I think because I was born on March 17th. Byron, that was the name of my dog. Pup because it was a dog, and I don't know. I think 1 because my original account got banned. This was my Club Penguin account. Now, I tried to make these short films with Club Penguin because I saw other people on YouTube making these Club Penguin videos, right? And they would make these like skits in Club Penguin and everything, and they were really, really well done. And they got so popular with the YouTube videos, and I'm like, you know what? I like Club Penguin. I want to make these Club Penguin short films, and I want to be YouTube famous. It obviously didn't work because I sucked at it, but it was terrible. But I tried, and it was terrible. They were all terrible. I look at them now, and I'm like, yeah, these truly did suck. After that, I think I made another dumb YouTube channel where I made like short films with my friends. I was probably only 11 or 12 or something like that. We made other stupid stuff, and then after that, I think I made one called I made a Slenderman ARG in another YouTube channel because I saw other people who did Slenderman ARGs, and they made it big on YouTube. So I thought I'm gonna make it big on YouTube if I do what they did, and it clearly didn't work because I sucked. But I think I actually made it pretty far. In the Slenderman special effects I had, I still feel I don't have the videos to today. If I did, I would show you. But they, I think they were pretty good. Like honestly, like the way I had the Slenderman costume set up, I thought it was pretty awesome. But after the whole Slenderman ARG died down, I made another YouTube channel. I forget what I made. I made a bunch of YouTube channels in between here. But then one time I made one called ECW Gaming, which I think was the very first YouTube channel I made where I actually think I put a lot of, I think I put a lot of effort into making something of one specific genre. And ECW Gaming, which is still up today, I used to just make gaming commentaries. Why? I saw other people who did gaming commentaries and made it big on YouTube, and I wanted to be big just like them, and I failed again. And then, believe it or not, right around the same time when ECW Gaming was made, I made ScareTheater 2012, and I posted dumb stuff there. I went to depth with the dumb stuff I made on ScareTheater a really, really long time ago. But then, what was it, 8 or 9 months ago, when back when the ScareTheater today started, I looked at the videos and I'm like, you know what, these are retarded. I'm gonna delete them. I want to do something with ScareTheater. I want to have I want this to be totally like creepy based. But I want them to be good. So I deleted all the videos I had on ScareTheater. This is only 8 or 9 months ago. And then I think I only had 200 subscribers at the time. And then I actually put a lot of work into making the videos like the ones I make now. and then boom, stuff kind of shot up, and that's I guess kind of why ScareTheater's here. But out of all those, let's just round it to I made 10 YouTube channels before coming to this one. So the moral of my story here is that if you hadn't caught on with all the stories about my YouTube channels that have failed, I said I only made those channels, or one main reason why I made those channels was because I saw other people get big from those, and I wanted to do it too and get big. And because I was just trying to copy what they were doing, and obviously I failed. Now I see a lot of people who will, even on ScareTheater, they'll try to make another YouTube channel based off of, scary stuff and do stuff very similar than I do, because they see that I got a lot of subscribers off this, and they think they can do the same thing doing the same stuff. And not to say that you can't make a YouTube channel about scary stuff, but like the point is, when I made ScareTheater, it wasn't really inspired from another YouTuber. It was just kind of an idea I had. So I think if you're trying to make it big, you shouldn't be trying to copy something that you saw someone else do and try to get famous the same way. Because it might be difficult for people to want to watch your video if they can get the same thing and maybe even a little better from another person. So for people starting up, I would say try to find an original idea that you like doing, that you think there's a niche for, which could be scary stuff. It could be comedic stuff. I don't do comedic stuff because I personally don't think I'm that funny. It could be anything. It could be literally anything. But just be original is my moral. There we go. Pretty
Also,
inspirational.
Eric, I think we should expand this live stream to like 11:30 our time, because we have a lot of questions. I think both email-wise on your end and here in the comments.
I think we should probably end it on this one, because oh crap, there are a lot of questions.
Yes,
well, I think we'll probably end it at the end of this question at 11 o'clock, because I just kind of want to keep the streams to an hour long. Main reason.
Wasn't the first one like 3 hours long though?
Gotta keep them wanting more. I don't know.
Wasn't the first one like 3 hours long though?
Yeah, the first one was wasn't that like 5 hours long?
Yeah, see, it was long. We could do this one longer.
I'm trying to make these short. I mean, not too. I don't know. I'm just trying.
Yeah,
to
but
make
it's like
an hour.
a TV series has like a 1 hour and a half long like episode. Then it's like 2 minutes. Like.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, okay. Here's the thing. This is the last question that not the last question I have. There are other ones that are being sent in right now. But this, I think, seems like a good concluding question. And then plus we have so much stuff to look forward to, for the next stream, when Tyler's gonna be here, when Ken is gonna be here. So then we'll have a lot of stuff for a lot of us to talk about in the next stream. And since there'll be more people next time, then I might even expand it, because we'll have more people answering the questions and stuff.
Yeah, but it'd be kind of a hassle looking back at the comments all the time, like from this video.
Well, no, I have them sending in emails to ScareTheater Live, so I'm probably just gonna go through the requests that are from here, and then yeah.
Okay, well, I guess I should just answer this question then.
Yeah. How did you start on YouTube?
I'm gonna breeze through this. So, I've already explained this story like a million times throughout my channel, other people's channel. I'm pretty sure I had it when I did the live stream with your other channel, ECW, way back when. But I used to make movies with my dad's, like not movies, but like. I used to literally plop my dad's huge tape camera on a tripod and set it in front of like this really old TV that I had, which actually was right there. But I used to record myself playing like these really weird PS2 games, and it was like the blurriest thing ever. The only color you could see was blue and white, because it was a crappy tape camera on a really crappy TV. And so I just record myself playing these crappy little PS2 games for hours upon hours. And after that, I started like recording myself doing weird stuff, as my dad did too. Then it went from his camera to like basically I started using it more than he did. And I just record myself doing these weird things throughout the day, because I was like 5. And then come the time I turned like 7 or 8, I was really into Spider-Man, so I grabbed a few of my friends and we made this one thing called Spider Boy. I ordered this one like really weird black Spider-Man spandex suit, and then like we go around just fake punching kids in the face, and it was cringeworthy, but it was it was a start. And so I then eventually stopped making live action stuff with a really crappy tape camera, moved on to like a camcorder that could take pictures, and I started doing stop motion stuff, still superhero based though. And then that's actually why my YouTube channel, it says it was created in December 6th, 2011, which is almost 4 years ago. But yet my oldest video that's still up was like last year uploaded. So there were videos on my channel before. I just deleted them all because they were all like cringeworthy Lego stop motions from when I was a kid. But then I transitioned from there. I took a little break from making movies, but then I kind of came back. And the reason my email account and this Google Hangouts account is under the name of Jeff Woods is because I also made myself a little Thunderman-ish Get the Killer ARG, which I'm still making actually. I'm not planning on ending it anytime soon, actually, because it's evolved a lot. But I'm still making an ARG series called Jeff Woods. You can check it out. It's a separate channel and everything. It's the first thing that pops up when you look up Jeff Woods. So not as much attention as the main channel, but anyways, then after Jeff Woods, the same people that helped me out with that came over at Swordblade Productions, and main channel now. Ta-da! And we started making stuff like Five Nights at Freddy's. The movie was the first thing that got my popularity up from 0 to 9,407 as of right now. Almost 10,000 subscribers, which is amazing, and 1,700,000 views on just that one video. Which, I mean, I was at the right fandom at the right time, so I hit the hype train in the middle and caused an Allahu Akbar explosion of views and subscribers. And then I went on making the second Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and really making the third one and final one. And then after this, just plan on doing a bunch of other stuff. And there have been cool opportunities, like, we went to Comic-Con. It was pretty cool, but, I don't plan on ending this anytime soon. Hopefully it expands into me becoming a director. And so, yeah, my advice to anybody that's trying to make a YouTube channel, just do whatever, whatever you want to do. Don't try to really copy anybody, but, well, I agree with what you said, Eric. It's good to take inspiration from things, just not copy them as a whole. Like, for example, I'm pretty sure you were talking about ARGs and stuff like Marvel Hornets, and that's how I started out with like live action too. So it's good to take inspiration from things you like and just kind of toss it in the blender along with some of your own ideas, and then just make something cool. So
yeah,
I
okay.
talked a bit too fast.
Well, we have 3 minutes left, and I feel like we should end this at exactly 11 o'clock. So I'm trying to honestly not even go into the emails right now. I'm trying to look into the comment section on the video right here and see if anyone has said anything 3 minutes worth of talking, or even a minute worth of talking, anything. Anyone? Oh gosh. Okay, you know what? I see some. Oh my God! Someone present told me to die because I mentioned Club Penguin. Come on, you can't say you never played it. Wait. Oh wait. Okay. Wait. Let's be clear. Did you ever play Club Penguin when you were younger?
Me? No. I wanted, honestly, I kind of wanted to, because it was like that one. I was always into the kind of concept of Sims games and stuff where we could play as characters. Now it was Minecraft kind of games where you could evolve your own territory and evolve your character. I never got into Club Penguin because it just seemed like the kind of thing that I would play with for a month, then I'd just kind of lose the login password, and then I'd just start crying.
I was completely addicted to that game. I would play that literally 24/7. During the summer, I don't think I went outside. I would just get out. I would wake up. I'd go on Club Penguin. I'd play for hours every single day, and that would be it. And I remember one time I got banned for a day, right? I forget what I did, but I got banned for 24 hours. And I went over to my friend's house, and I was telling him, dude, I just got banned from Club Penguin for a day. I don't know what to do. And I was flipping out. I was it was I was a crack addict kind of. I had to play Club Penguin. I'm I can't stop playing this game for a day. And God, I was very addicted to that game. And I think over the years I kind of stopped playing, and eventually I lost interest completely. And despite how pathetic that was, I kind of miss those times when I just really played.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we were all pathetic kids, especially us nerds. I was the kind of guy that always talked way too fast. I still kind of do. I had the most high-pitched voice, and then I'll be the guy who always says the word cool after every single word. And then I'd be running around, I wouldn't run like this, I'd run like this, and I'd think everything from, anime was supposed to I would take everything from anime and try to do that in real life. then I was the kind of kid that played with Beyblades, and I'd be like, "The Beyblade spirit is real, man." And then, yeah, and I was a pathetic kid, but yeah, at least that kind of helped me learn what not
so
to do
did
in
you
life.
did you run like Naruto like this with your hands behind your back?
Okay. So, oh my god, like I used to think that like the lower I got, the faster I went, and so I'd like instead of like the normal jog, I'd like down to here. And I would just like one wrong step, and I would like bash my face into the concrete. But luckily,
I
that
have
never
one
happened to
question.
me.
Did it work? Were you faster?
No, the only thing that happened was my legs, instead of going straight, they'd like go side to like my legs as I ran would like go side to side like this. And so it was people thought that I looked like a freaking mental hospital patient. So
Well,
just
it's the effort that counts at the end of the day.
effort that paid off for nothing.
Well, it's 11 o'clock now, so we're gonna
Okay.
end the stream. So goodbye, guys. I'll
Thanks for
see
tuning
you
in.
on the
Subscribe
flip
to this
side.
channel and
Yep.
Subscribe
Subscribe to
Productions.
Gabe, Silver Braid. Yep. I'll leave the links in the description.
Silver Gabe.
So thanks, guys. See you on the flip side. And I'm gonna wait 10
Bye.
seconds because whenever I usually stop the broadcast for whatever reason, it stops early. So I'm just gonna wait 10 seconds in silence before hitting the stop button.